Alright, what's up, guys? Gold Banks here, back with another Mortal Kombat, video. Kotal Kahn, usual. I got a comment a couple minutes, now it's an hour ago. I recorded one video. I said I was trying to make it short, but it ended up being about 40 minutes. So right now, I'm just going to summarize everything that I said in the 40 minutes, because I kept forgetting stuff and then coming back, and alright, let me shut the fuck up. Cool. So the way that you want to get damage traditionally when people don't have high-low mix-ups like Sub-Zero or anything like that, is really just anti-airs, whiff punishing and punishing, and yeah, that's about it. So boom. Let's say Liu Kang. He's over here jumping. Kotal has some shitty anti-airs, but they do work at times, right? So you just want to get, that's a good way to get damage. It gives you a good 20, so 23% really. And there's more optimal, you can go like that. But like you saw that right there, it could whiff. And basically, that's what you want to do. That's a good way to get damage. You'll never see me do that, though. You might be able to... Ooh. Alright, so we're going to move on from that. Next thing is whiff punishing, right? So let's say Liu Kang right here. My boy. I'm getting better at this. I sucked ass at it the first time I did this. I couldn't get it, but now I'm a little bit more familiar. You see him whiffing between his forward 4-3, up 4... Right, that's the buttons for. All right, yeah, 4-4-3 up 4. There's a little gap in between the last hit. You can whiff punish. Oh shit, you can whiff punish really well between that. Oh my god, yeah, don't eat that. You can whiff punish really well between that. He has good whiff punishing tools. You can whiff punish with this. You can whiff punish with this. You can whiff punish with his forward 3, stuff like that. You do whatever you want to do. Another thing is you don't want to drop combos because most of your combos end in that, and that gives you a damage buff. You could whiff punch the last part, but then there's always the chance of him, if he dials it in correctly, he'll be able to stop that last part from coming in and you just miss your whole opportunity. So you just want to just try to get in there as soon as possible whenever you see the gap, stuff like that. You can also try to oh, don't try that. Alright. Or you could, whoa, ooh, okay, Cole, you get saucy. Yo, if you ever see me do that, I'm deleting the game. There's no point in playing anymore. I already beat Mortal Kombat. Oh, that's another thing. You want to get all his crushing blows, capitalize off of them. Try not to miss any of your opportunities. Try to stay optimal. If you consistently dropping combos like I do, like my crushing blow combos, because the gravity in the hit boxes and shit, sometimes you just want to go for the simple combos and just get it done. Whatever gets the job done for you. So sometimes you get this. This is optimal, I believe. Oh my god. You see what I'm talking about? It hits different sometimes. Boom, that's optimal, I believe. Boom. That's high damage, but it's a chance of me dropping it. So a lot of times you might see me, if I'm really desperate, I'll just go for that. I don't give a fuck. Any damage is better than no damage, and you get his damage buff going. You can get a little something off of that, But you might catch me do something like that, and then boom. Instead of the forward, it's a faster move because it's this is 8 frames on startup. This is 10 frames, and it's forward advancing. Sometimes they'll be too close when you launch them, and it'll whiff. So 1-2 is good for that. Another thing is, like I said, with the whiff punishing, getting like a good delayed wake up. There's you hold LT to delayed wake up, or what is it? L2 is what you would say, I guess. On the ground, and let's say you're not facing Liu Kang because he has some good meaty tools, but if you're facing another Kotal Kahn or somebody that has some gaps in their strings and their strings don't come out as fast as Liu Kang's, you might be able to hold on a short delayed wake up with some buttons. That's a free combo, and you get some damage in and stuff like that. That's good. And another thing is you want to try not to like if you know that your opponent's gonna drop out the combo. This is what I'm working on right now to fine tune my Kotal game. If you know your opponent's gonna drop out of the combo, don't go for the command grab, because the command grab at the end has 43 recovery frames, as you can see at the bottom, right? So if you whiff that and they drop out, they're gonna get up and get a full combo. That might be 30% that you eat right there, right? So if you know that they're gonna drop out, if you notice their meter, try to keep your eye on it. Go for this finisher, the Kahn cut finisher, because it does, you know, a decent amount of damage by itself, and it only has 25 recovery frames. I don't think it's punishable if you get up, you know, if you boom, boom. Yeah, by the time they get down and get up, it's not working. But this, that ain't it, Chief. You're gonna get fucked, right? So, like I said, delayed wake up. And another thing, since we're on the topic of delayed wake up, we're gonna talk about when your opponent is delayed waking up, right? So, Kotal has an unblockable. It's a true unblockable. You know, can't crouch block, can't stand in none of that. You can jump it, you can interrupt it, and that's about it. Those are your only options, right? But the thing about interrupting it is if you delayed wake up for a long time, or if Kotal does something to like a crazy amount of hit advantage, I mean that was too much hit advantage. But if that was a short wake up, he would have gotten hit. But there's a sweet timing to it, to where they can't do anything if they're delayed wake upping, you know. And they can't jump, they can't duck, they can't, you know, input anything like a flying kick to get over it. They just have to eat it. So if you know your opponent's waking up a lot, delayed wake up a lot, you know, boom. You want to do that. And another thing is, Kotal Kahn, all of his command grabs give you a damage buff. So that's why it's key to not drop combos with him, because every time you do that, you get a little bit more damage and a little bit more damage. And you want to, like, you know, now he has I want to say the privilege, but it should have been there all along, to side switch and stuff like that. So now you can keep him into like a favorable position in the corner, and those damage buffs can really stack up, you know. Look at that. That's full level 3 damage buff. Right? That's 50% of your life right here. And another thing is, oh yeah, and grabs, right? Grabs is another way to open up your opponent. That I'm gonna set him to duck, right? So we're gonna talk about this all together, right? So grabbing is another way, but grabbing isn't too effective with Kotal because he has a lot of highs. So your opponent is probably gonna duck like a little whore anyway. So a good way to combat duckers is jailing. Jailing, I'm gonna explain to you real quick. You have to be able to read frames. Is where your opponent is trapped to block, or if they're trapped to hold something. So you see this has 13 frames of hit advantage, and where I would miss the standing one if he was regular ducking, if I hit this and then go into a combo, go into his standing one, since this is 13 frames of hit advantage and this is a startup of 8, I have 5 frames to input this move, this standing jab, for it to jail, right? And that's good damage. A lot of people like to, you know, duck or try to press buttons after getting poked. But if you're good at this, if you can master that, it's good. And another thing about Kotal is, like, let's say you do this, and then they're blocking after. Like, let's say they do this, they're duck. Can I sit on the duck and then block? I'm not good at this, so if I don't get it in, like, the first try, I don't know what to do. So, let's say they duck a little bit, and then they block. I did some bullshit, but I think it'll work. If they, let's say they duck first and he's blocking now. You see how he's blocking? So he can duck. Even if I do that, he can block after. But if I do this, that tick throws, right? So 1-2 tick throws. All of Kotal's tick throws. Oh fuck, I fucked it up. Come on. All right, 10 minutes. All right, we're gonna go. All right, fuck. I'm about to finish real quick. Brother. His tick throws are standing 1, down 1, 1-2, 1-2, and that's it, right? So you can't do that, can't do that, can't do that, can't do any of that. You know, Alright, that's basically it. I mean, I'm rushing myself. I probably shouldn't, but you just want to be able to whiff punish, man. Like, you want to be able to put some space in your opponent and duck projectiles. The way I deal with projectiles is I usually just pay attention to their meter and what character I'm playing. I usually have a good idea of what character and what their projectile speed is like. Unfortunately, because they throw so fucking many at me, I know. So Sonya, I know, you know. One. They recover pretty fast. I'm usually moving in and out, so I don't get caught by it. Like if she decides to just do one of her forward mix-ups or whatever, do that. You know, I usually duck the first projectile, and if I see the meter burn go, I block. I don't like even Katana. She had a double high. I would usually flawless block the second one. If you can flawless block it, it's great because it puts in your opponent's mind like, oh, I'm not playing with some bitch, some guy that doesn't know what he's doing. So if I flawless block it, whatever. Sub-Zero, usually they'll throw a regular ice ball. If you block the first one, they're meter burning the second one because they're going to expect a counter projectile after you block the first one, and their projectile's going to eat it. So you might block the first one, eat the second one. Now he's looking like, fuck, I lost a bar of meter. Now he has a damage buff as well. So that's when you throw your thing because he's less likely to waste 2 bars of meter back to back. So you might want to throw your projectile after that because he might throw another slow projectile, the regular ice ball, non-EX, and you're going to get a crushing blow off that shit because you flawless blocked it, right? When you parry something, it gives you the hit advantage as if it were flawless blocked. So if you grab the second one and you throw it the one after, he's probably not going to duck it. That's number one. And it does a decent amount of chip, especially if you catch a fireball. You know, if I set Liu Kang to throw a fireball here and block. Is he blocking? Alright, let me change the reset distance. It does decent shit. Like, that's basically what I'm saying. Oh shit. Boom. Right? I mean, you're winning that at that point. So look at that. You took no damage, and look at what he took. So even if you block the first one, if it doesn't catch double projectiles, so if you know they're gonna meter burn, you probably don't want to do that. But like if you can, that gives you good advantage. If you parry it and you move forward, it gives you good time to move forward before they can throw another one. That's good. Another thing is that I don't think I went over like the on the ground delayed wake up. Did I do that? I'll go over it again real quick, brother. So if your opponent is delayed wake up, oh yeah, I did go over that. All right. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna say. I did the jailing, I did whiff punishing, I did the on the ground setups. Don't drop your combos. Make sure you get your damage buffs. You know, you see this right here. Sometimes you don't want to burn the meter. You want to keep them close. You know they're gonna delay wake up. You hit them with the on the ground unblockable. You know, and if they want to jump, you have to be able to time your meaty right to catch the jump. What you really want to do if they jump is catch them with a command grab, right? Because this con cut, it doesn't do that much damage because you'll just hit them with that, right? That's 16%. But if they're jumping in the air, this normally doesn't combo into this, but if they're in the air, it'll catch them. But I'm so scared sometimes that the shit'll whiff that I just go for the con cut anyway, even though I am identifying that the opponent is in the air. You might see me try it, you know, if I'm desperate, I'll just go for it, like some ballsy ass play. But yeah, and another thing is, alright, 15 minutes is what I'm shooting for, real quick. His this right here, this forward 2 is faster. It's -7 on block. I forgot to put the frame data on, bro. I'm fucking trash. Oh no, I just reset it. It was on. All right, so boom, I put that on. It's -7. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna poke you, or they're gonna grab you. A lot of the times, if you have a good read that they're gonna grab, you can duck, you can uppercut it, get the crushing blow, get your combo in. Or if they poke, right, and you block it, or if they're used to you blocking, that's when they're gonna grab. So if you do this and you're blocking and they poke, you can poke back if you think they're gonna do a full string or something like that, or you can go into this, and if they're gonna do a high attack, you can poke, or you can do this. And if they block, I mean, if they're still blocking, you can just go into a grab. If they're like really scared and they're not familiar, and then if they poke and you can not poke back, right? Because they might poke you, see that you're blocking, and then they're gonna go into blocking. You can go up and grab them, right? But if they know that, you might be able to like do this. They poke, and instead of you grabbing them regular and getting uppercut, if they see the grab coming, you can go for the mid command grab because Kotal doesn't have any other mids, and you can get that. Right? Or if there's some people that just after this they start pressing buttons. Like they go for a full, you know, standing string. You can catch them with the low after that. It's -14 on block. You're gonna get killed if they block it and if they're ready for it. But you know, sometimes that's the risk you gotta take. If you already just been doing this a lot, just the 2, that's a good mid too. To catch people that are just like ducking in neutral, you might just throw it out. It's only -3. You just boom real quick. Like you catch them with one of these and then boom, you know, if they're trying to duck, or you like boom, boom, and get some distance, right? Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm gonna. Oh, and another thing is if they jump, you can try to uppercut it. Probably won't work, but if they jump, you can stand in one, get that anti-air off of them in the air, or you can air to air. Don't air to air actually, because air to air is kind of shitty. You know, they're good if you're like moving forward because he has a good lunge, but like on a vertical air to air, theirs is probably faster than yours. I mean, it's 8 frames, but I don't know. I feel like people beat me on that shit. But yeah, in the corner, he's pretty dangerous. You know, you could do this mix up too. Oh yeah, this right here. Apparently, I guess a lot of Kotals like to stagger this move right here because a lot of people press buttons after this. So it's like it's only -5. You can go into a back grab, right? And a good opponent, he's gonna be forward teching because he's gonna expect you to throw him forward. So if you get the back grab here, right, and then you go for the full string, they're gonna get knocked down because they're expecting just this, because this has been hitting them a lot. So if you hit them with the full string, so you boom, grab them, go for the full string, boom, they're on the floor. Now they're shook. They think you're gonna go for this mix up again. You can go up, back grab them again, and get the crush and blow, right? Because you have the crush and blow, the fail escape loaded. So that's another mix up. This right here, you can also go into this, but that's pretty bold because like they can actually kind of see that coming more, and it's negative. So I just go for that most of the time. It's -3. You can also sneak in a little poke after that because a lot of people can't do anything at that range. Boom, and that's it for a second. That's all I'm gonna go over. Anything else? If you have a question, just comment it. And 17 minutes is better than 40 minutes. So, like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, enjoy. Check out the Instagram for highlights. Oh my fucking god! All right, hold on. I'm trying. Another thing is that I like to do is like, let's say my meter was on. What's my meter on? Normal. All right, it's on normal. Let me take him off the block. Right. This is a little extra thing that I do. So, this is optimal, right? So 1, 2. Oh shit. You get like anything is 2 pokes into this. Oh my fucking god. That's optimal, right? Usually 33, 36, yeah, whatever. Right? It depends on what you start with. Right? So anything into 2 pokes into this is optimal. That's what you're looking for. But there are other things that you can do. So like let's say I already command grabbed him one time on the wake up. If he was rolling or whatever, you know the command grab covers the wake up roll, wake up duck. If he's neutral ducking the wake up, you can command grab him because it's a mid. You can do the unblockable if they're rolling. You can do the unblockable on the delayed wake up. If they're jumping, you just gotta hold that, or you can anti-air them, or you can beat him in the air with a jump kick or something like that. I like his jump kick; it's good, and the jump kick also covers the wake up, not up 2, but up 3, and if they just wake up and block. But what I like to do is, like I said, if I get this and I burn a bar meter, I'll jump, and instead of me going for the optimal, I'll do something like this. You see how much bar I'm building right now? I almost got my full bar back already. I just go for the longer combo just to get some of my bar back. And like alright, so the way the whole scenario would plan out is like boom. If I do this, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I got 2 damage buffs, and I hit him with an unblockable. It would really be this meter bar because I have another bar meter. Look at how much damage I just cut. You have to use those buffs to your advantage. You have to use your grabs to your advantage. And like I was saying, the jailing, you want to jail. You know, down 1 jails 2. It's a tighter 10 frames. It's a 2-frame jail. You know, it's tight, but you can do it. Same thing with down 4 in the corner. It's a jail. And then if they're blocking, you can, damn, we had 20 fucking minutes, boy. Alright. It's just, what else? His sweep is fucking garbage. Cover being optimal and stuff like that. That's optimal, but I don't really go for that because people jump sometimes. And sometimes it's a fucking understatement. But, you know. Just be optimal. Don't drop your combos. Get your buffs going. And just get good at footsies and poking and knowing when it's your turn. Being able to steal turns correctly. You know, sometimes the double poke is effective if your opponent has a lot of high attacks. Just double poke and then, like, you know, they might block the first poke and then they think you're going to block, so they're going to go for a high attack, but fuck blocking. Double poke, take your turn back. Get in there, you know, catch them whiffing. Try to convert off of everything because everything into a conversion gives you a damage buff. Even if you just catch them in the air or whatever, you get 1 down 1. Or if you 1 down 1, bro, what the fuck is wrong with me? 1 down 1 into that, you're still getting a damage buff. And just play the wake up game. Try to play the wake up. Try to get a good read of what they're gonna do. If they like to wake up, you know, want to back up, go for that. Put them back in the fucking blender, dude. And that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Most importantly, enjoy. Check out the Instagram for highlights. I might try this again.